on VOP. Bellex one solid favourite. They're set for the Sportsbet Australian Steeplechase. 3,900 metres, 12 fences, and they're racing. And Riding High jumped away well. Blood and Sand flopped out as they head straight over the first obstacle. Count Zero up on the inside, disputing the lead with Riding High as they leap the second one, and they're all over it safely. They were followed by Bellex one in third from Instigator, Dr. Dependable, Flying Piero, Cross Hill and Blood and Sand. They complete the first 300 or 400 metres of the contest, and there's no real speed to speak of where Count Zero is the leader from Riding High and Bellex one. They were followed by Instigator. Next in the field is Dr. Dependable, Cross Hill, Flying Piero and Blood and Sand as they find their order early. To the side of the course, there's one singular obstacle down the side here, and the leader is Count Zero. The hero in the Grand Annual leads out by a length, two in second, Riding High. Two for the back is Bellex one, third from Dr. Dependable as they leap the next one. Instigator between horses, a couple of lengths to Blood and Sand with the neck arched low, and then came Cross Hill and 3 lengths Flying Piero. 600 metres to go on the first round. They've got to one before the post and another past the post here. So 2 in the lane in front of the stands. And the leader is Count Zero by a couple of lengths to Riding High, who won this race in 2021 and was runner-up last year. Bellex one is third and fourth is Instigator. Then came Dr. Dependable, given plenty of air as they leap the next one. Further back in the field, Cross Hill, and then came Blood and Sand, who's just been able to saunter past Flying Piero at the end. So Count Zero in a rhythm as they come down the straight, and they've completed so far 4 of the 12 fences, a lap of the track to go in the Sportsbet Australian Steeplechase. And the leader is Count Zero for Darrell Horner Jr. Comes up to the next fence, just past the post and left it beautifully. They're all over it well. Great spectacle in the sunshine at Sandown as they leave the running with 2,400 metres to run. Count Zero is the leader by a length to Riding High. Bellex one is third and Dr. Dependable is next. There's been no pressure. They were followed by Instigator, and then came along the inside Cross Hill on the pegs. Second last Blood and Sand, and at the end is Flying Piero. To the back section over the crossing, 2,000 metres to go. Almost at halfway in the chase, and it's Count Zero, 3/4 of a length to Riding High, who's up on the steel and is trucking well. A length and a half to Bellex one, who is chasing Count Zero all of the way. Dr. Dependable the outside, followed by Instigator, Cross Hill, Blood and Sand and Flying Piero. They've got 5 on the hill and a treble at the base of it. Count Zero comes to the first of them, leapt early, got away with it, a neck in front of Riding High. Dr. Dependable 2 off the lead, and Bellex one given plenty of air between horses. Further back in the field as they get over the third now was Cross Hill, who's picking up ground on the fence as they leap it. Then came Instigator, who goes back to about 6th from Blood and Sand, but they're tightly packed, and 3 lengths to Flying Piero. A mile to run as they come to the 4th on the hill, the double on the brow of the hill. Count Zero has plenty of company. Riding High has headed it off now. Dr. Dependable's running a bold race as they jump the last of the 5 on the hill. Then came Bellex one, a length away, Blood and Sand, Cross Hill, Instigator, and then a gap of 7 lengths, Flying Piero. 1,200 metres to go in the Australian Steeplechase, and still tightly packed. It's Riding High in front with Blood and Sand running a bold race. A length away, Dr. Dependable, followed by Bellex one, who has stalked them. Count Zero back to 5th, followed by Instigator, who's 6 off the lead. Behind them, Cross Hill and Flying Piero. They've got 2 to jump and 800 metres to run. Blood and Sand on the outside of Riding High. They come to the second last. Up and over, Blood and Sand with its nose in front of Riding High. Dr. Dependable hard at it. Bellex one, Gordon hasn't moved yet. Then came Instigator, 7 off the front from Flying Piero, and then came Cross Hill around the turn at the 600 metres. Riding High looking for his second win in the race. Came around the corner in front, has skipped away from Bellex one. Then came Cross Hill, who's grinding home, and Flying Piero from a long way back. Riding High with 1 to go at the 350, but here's Bellex one in the air. They met it together, 2 lengths away. Then in the field, Cross Hill and Flying Piero. 200 to go. It's Riding High, 3/4 of a length in front. Bellex one having to find it. He does. Bellex one and Riding High. 100 to go. Bellex one draws a neck in front of Riding High. Bellex one is holding on, and Bellex one just wins. Bell X1 from Riding High, 6 legs Cross Hill from Flying Piero. They were followed by Instigator, Dr. Dependable, Blood and Sand, and Count Zero is ambling past the line, last of the field of 8. Bell X1 will win. It'll be a slender margin. Riding High was so brave in defeat. Has been runner-up 2 years in a row after winning the race in 2021. But Bell X1, who was runner-up in a Grand National,